Hey there, it is David Gordon from TheaterMania. I'm here with Anthony Rosenthal. Anthony, you have to unmute yourself. There we go. Hi.
Hi.
People watching at home, you may know Anthony from playing Jason in the Falsettos revival on Broadway. What you may not know is that Anthony is one of the young playwrights whose work will be seen in our Young Playwrights Festival this weekend. Anthony, your play is called Coffin Story. It will air on our Facebook and YouTube on Saturday, August 29th at 2 p.m. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I've never done an interview about this before. It's exciting.
I know.
It's different.
When did you... So I guess I want to talk about, like, how did you become a playwright, or how did you decide that you wanted to be a playwright? Or was this, like, your first time doing this?
This is basically my first time doing this, because my school, when it was in session, had a playwriting class. So it was a whole class dedicated to playwriting. And we spent a whole semester writing a play. The second semester, a select few would be chosen to be performed. And yeah, so this just came from a prompt we had where we had to write a scene based on just takes place in a weird location. And I was like, what's a random location? What's a weird location to write a play? Coffin, sure.
Yeah.
And I was like, how will that work? And then I wrote it and I was like, it's interesting. And then I was like, I'll try to write the whole play based off it. But my teacher didn't, it kind of gave him a funny feeling. Like, it's a little dark. So he said it left like a bad taste in his mouth.
Oh, interesting.
So like, okay, I guess I won't. But then I took a after school program that encouraged me to continue it. And then I wrote it, and it didn't get chosen, but it got chosen.
Nice. So for the people watching at home, what's the play about?
Okay, so
without spoilers.
What?
Without spoilers.
Okay, it's stick with me, guys. It takes place in a coffin. And there's this woman named Winnie who's been buried alive for we don't know how long, but quite some time. And she has a conversation with an ant the whole play. So the whole play is her talking with an ant. Yeah, it's weird. But they talk about how she lived her life, how they ended up there, and if she's accepted her situation, basically. So
tell me about, like, what inspired you when you were writing this?
Well, I mean, like I said, it started off just as a random idea, like, would this even work? And I was just kind of humoring it. But then it kind of, I mean, writing about death is just like interesting, I mean, and fun.
Yeah.
And so once it became about like looking back on your life and like, cause the woman's fairly young and just kind of talking with this like vessel to kind of basically let her decide how, if she's lived a fulfilling life, even like sadly ending at this late in her life. It became kind of interesting to me. It became kind of fun. And it's ultimately like about kind of enjoying how if we have just these moments of laughter and joy that she talks about, then it's enough. That she'll eventually come to. But so it was just kind of like figuring that out was just kind of a fun journey, I guess.
A lot of people in the comments that I see popping up on the side of the screen are questioning why you find writing about death fun. But I understand where you're coming from. Like, what did you enjoy? Like, why did you find that fun?
I mean, I wrote a song that I put on my YouTube that some people watched, and that's about like limbo, like being in limbo.
Yeah.
I think it's just the fact that we know so little about it, and very very few of us at a specific time like know what it's like to be super close to it.
Right.
And we don't know what happens after it, and so I think just all those possibilities. Like, I find that a lot of the things I've started writing are kind of about that, because it's just interesting to have ideas about it.
it's rife for drama just because there are so many question marks.
Exactly.
What like who are the playwrights that you look to? Like whose plays are your favorite? Like who are your favorite writers at this point?
I mean, I'm still in like the early stages of exploring the world of plays, but I mean, I just read like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf by Edward Albee. That play's amazing. Before schools got canceled, I was in Our Town by Thornton Wilder, and I loved that play. So I'm discovering a lot of the classics right now, and I mean, I'm falling in love with every single one of those. I mean, Torch Song and Carrie Simpson of The Dog in the Nighttime are two I saw on Broadway that I absolutely love. So I'd say those are my favorites right now.
That's pretty cool. What, looking back with hindsight, what was the Falsettos experience like for you?
Oh, well, I mean, I think about that all the time. I mean, I'm so lucky that, I mean, at this stage of my life, I have an experience where I'm in something that I'm so proud of, at least something that's I'm so proud to have been a part of and that so many people enjoy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still not real that people still watch the live capture, still listen to like how many streams the album has. It's been amazing to see like that. Like the fan art is still coming. Like it's been years. Yeah.
And it's been for like 4 or 5 years now at this point.
Yeah. And it's still amazing and it's still consistent. It's really great to see.
So they've been showing the live capture a lot lately with like the theater shut down and it's always being used as a benefit. Do you watch it? Like, have you watched it like now at this age that you are like going back?
I watched it before. I didn't see the sing-along, but I saw it before I did the Zoom reunion. Right. I did a Zoom reunion with the Falsettos cast recently for Broadway Evolved. And before that, I watched it. I don't listen to the album a lot. It was quite some time before I saw it again recently. And I mean, it was kind of my first time. I mean, every time I see it or hear it, I appreciate it in a whole new way. I mean, I appreciated it so much when I was in the show. Then seeing it in theaters, in movie theaters, I appreciated it on a whole new level. And seeing it now, I even appreciated it more. And I think the fact that time went on, I could kind of look at it in more of an outside perspective and really just like admire how brilliant the show is.
And if anything, it's just a great artifact for you to have, like to know that there, like
that's a real one.
Yeah,
like when I was 12 years old.
Yeah, I want to tell me about the cast of your reading of Coffin Story that we're going to be presenting this weekend.
Okay, they're amazing. I mean, I didn't meet them at all, or some of them went to school together, so they knew each other. But I just came in and they already read it and they brought it to life in a whole new way I never even imagined. I mean, I think directing theater is something I'd also love to do. I was directing one of the plays chosen in the second semester for school before school shut down. And that experience, I also wrote a play that took place over Zoom for a little like school arts festival in quarantine. And I mean, giving people notes is just like so fun too. And such a, I mean, when it's the right energy, like it's so great because I gave them direction, even though they were already so amazing, and they took it and it just kept getting better and better every time they did it. So it's really like the creative aspect of theater is new to me, but it's so exciting and fun.
Now you got to get Christian Borle and Andrew Reynolds to star in one of your plays.
Yeah. I get to bring them on and go, okay, I have some notes for you guys.
Right. What was it like for you to watch this play happen? Like, was it like the coolest thing ever to see something that you wrote like actually come to life? Yeah,
it was because I didn't have that much faith in it before because the teacher wasn't like so crazy about it. I mean, it was read aloud before in the after school program I did by adults, and that was the first time when I was like, this is really rewarding and really. I mean, it became an experience because I was just typing it on the computer and going like, okay, but I mean, but the actors for this gave it a whole new feeling, and yeah, I was really surprised watching it. I mean, it wasn't really my play at that point. It was really something else, and it was really interesting to see it as something else.
It's are you going to keep writing?
Yes. Short answer.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to write more.
Yeah.
I don't know what it will be exactly, if it'll be plays or movies or songs, but I just love the process.
Why limit yourself? Just do everything.
Right.
Might as well.
Might as well.
Anthony, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
To everybody watching, Coffin Story will air on our YouTube and Facebook on Saturday, August 29th at 2 p.m. Don't miss it. I think it's going to be really cool.
I'm really excited.
Yeah. And thanks everybody for watching. Take care.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.